Alright everyone, we are back with another donation deck list by Celestial Heathen. Today bringing a new twist into the deck called Contamination. And yeah, for now calling the deck like Pit Contamination from the namesake card Breeding Pit. And yeah, let's first take a look at a stock contamination list maybe, where you want to combine the card Nether Spirit, which returns every upkeep from your graveyard if it's your only card, together with Contamination, where you need to sacrifice a creature every turn, and then you force every land to just produce black mana. So in a classic version, this deck runs some amount of Rishaden Ports, Factories, and Wastelands, and mostly, yeah, the combination of Nether Spirits and Zombie Infestation to keep the Contamination alive until you kill your opponent. But this has a problem that you can run out of gas pretty quickly, and you might have trouble keep the engine running, as you need to discard 2 cards every turn into the Zombie Infestation if Nether Spirit is not working out. So Celestial Heathen had a completely new twist, and the first change you might notice here are like 6 soul lands we are running, like 3 Ancient Tomb, 3 City of Traitors. We still got a variety of 3 different or 3 Mishra's Factories and 14 Swamps. But the changes in the deck, like the classical deck, which placed first some time ago, runs things like Powder Kegs and Phyrexian Furnace in the main deck, but then just only 2 Skeletal Scryings and some pitch cards to remove creatures. And the Pit Contamination is doing 3 things very differently. Like the first thing is the soul lands here, which could lead to plays where we have the combo turn 2. Like for example, if you start with a swamp into Dark Ritual, into Nether Spirit, and you follow up with a soul land into Contamination, this might be enough to win the game. The classical list is not running Dark Ritual nowadays, because they can be a pretty awkward top deck. And besides that, on the higher end, like for 4 mana, which is not too hard for us to reach due to the fact we are running 4 Dark Rituals and 6 Soul Lands, there is an enchantment giving the name to the deck, like Breeding Pit. It's a 4 mana enchantment which creates a Thrall, 0/0 Thrall, in the beginning of your end step. But you have to pay double black to maintain it. It does not sound too good, like paying 6 mana or 4 mana for your first 0/0 creature and then 2 more mana for everyone. But don't forget that this is your second piece to lock everything up with the Contamination. Like, you are just keeping it alive, and in these spots you can attack with the Nether Spirits or the Mishra's Factories. So this is just to tighten your combo. And besides that, there is a one of Kormus Bell I'm really liking. I didn't even know it was in the format. Like, for 4 mana you make every swamp in the play to a 1/1 black creature. So they can attack, for example, but you can sacrifice them into Contamination if necessary. I really hope that we got a kill with some Kormus Bell tokens. Would be so fun, and I still have to look in which edition this card was. Probably 4th or 5th. So the Bell was in 4th edition. Yeah. Pretty great find. Like, and with the Soul Lands, it's possible to play it. Another edition we see is a 3 of Tainted Pact. Like, it's kind of a tutor for 2 mana instant, where you exile cards from your top, as long as you are happy with the card you are seeing, or as long as you exile the same card twice. So it can be a tutor with the upside or with the downside if it fails. But I think the worst case, even if it fails, it means that you milled a lot of bad cards from your top you do not want to draw, and maybe sometimes this is enough for 2 mana. I think if we are running Tainted Pacts, we want at least the split between swamps and snow-covered swamps. And maybe play some more non-basics, but we will see how this will go. Yeah, in the sideboard, we again have some dedications to special kind of decks, like Engineered Plagues against anything with Tribal, Gloom mainly against Replenish, I guess, but it has a variety of cases where we want to have it. 2 of Phyrexian Negator, which is a great addition to the deck, I guess, as we can play it turn 1 with Dark Ritual or turn 2 with a Soul Land. And 4 of Persecute, sadly not from Uther Saga here, but this card could really shine in the Soul Land version. Like you choose a color and target player reveals his or her hand and discard all cards from that color. What I'm missing here is a bit of graveyard interaction, in the best case in the form of Phyrexian Furnace, so we can exile doubles of Nether Spirits, but Celestial Heathen tries to fix this with playing a third Skeletal Scrying. So you can exile it, and this is really a card advantage spell. So last look on the Contamination sideboard. Here's a 3 of Lurking Scourge, which will be active if a creature dies from your opponent's side. And then it's a 3/2 flyer, pretty decent. Yeah, Dystopia can be a card we might be missing. It's maybe a bit hard to afford too much double black, but let's see. And yeah, let's start and dive deep into the matches. I hope you have a lot of fun. Alright, everyone, we are on the draw here, which is okay. Pretty decent hand. I just saw that there were still some wrong swamps inside, so already bought the missing ones to play all Urza Saga. So from the next game on, I hope to get something like Oath, probably. Kita's Desire. Okay, Enchantress again. Ugh. Yeah, get rid of the Seal of Cleansing. Oh, being on the play would be so strong here. Having Cabal Therapy ready. So we still can make the combo somehow. Let's start here with naming Kita's Desire, hopefully to get rid of everything in his hand. Another Seal of Cleansing. I mean, as soon as we are having the combo, it's tough for him to recover, I guess. Wild Growth would be a good card on his side. Having the Tainted Pact is decent. Okay, sending a sign. Okay, another Duress is... I don't know. So he has a land in hand, a 4-drop, or something like Swords to Plowshares. So what has the highest impact here on us? Replenish would be a disaster. But I think it's something like Parallax. Wave. Opalescence, yeah. A 4-drop. So if he's missing a land drop, we can get this. We can soon starting to play Tainted Pact. Okay, Elephant Grass is fine for me. So cantrip here is the worst part. Okay. Hopefully he's not having Swords to Plowshares. Here's the Contamination, okay. So I think it's just right to flashback Cabal Therapy immediately. We get at least Opalescence, and maybe we got the combo here. Enchantress Presence, okay. Yeah. Get rid of this. Play Contamination. We got the backup with Mishra's Factory to sacrifice. Alright, this is a win. This was everything fitted. I think we need a lot of stuff here. So Smother will never hit. Innocent Blood is decent. Not too sure about the Kormus Bell. I don't know if... We do not want to overboard against something like... A Breeding Pit is possibly a stretch. With him having access to Disenchant or the Seal. 4 more to cut. Not sold on the Engineered Plague yet. I think we have to solve it by Innocent Bloods and Diabolic Edicts. But maybe we want 2 of them. I think the Negator is a trap. Because as soon as he has something like Elephant Grass, which we saw game 1, we are in deep trouble. Cabal Therapy is decent. I think it's necessary to play it on Argodian Enchantress turn 1. So it's funny that if we would have something like... so we have the Nether Spirit here. So it's a turn 2 combo. Together with Contamination and Ancient Tomb. But I feel like he is... if he finds Seal, it's pretty awkward and we need to reveal our hand. So I think I still want to lead with Cabal Therapy. Naming the Enchantress, because I have no out here. Okay, no hit. Ivory Mask is something. Okay, pretty happy I did not go for the Cabal Therapy on myself. Okay, just a natural draw of that. So let's strip the Ivory Mask first. And let's get rid of Swords to Plowshares. He's still got great top decks with the Mirror's Guile. So I'm missing some amount of dystopia here. Okay, another Contamination. I still think it's right to drop the Nether Spirit. Playing Cabal Therapy, naming something like Enchantress presence. Because everything else he would have played. Ah, I know about the 2 Sanctums. This was really bad. Sorry for that. But if he's not drawing immediately into the answer of Contamination or Nether Spirit, we will have the chance to... Oh, this is a good one. I should have dropped the Contamination for sure. And this would probably be game then. Yeah, we would have won like this. And this is a problem now. Okay, this is a strong draw. I mean, as soon as we draw the answer... Okay, yeah, it was not completely safe, because even if we would play Contamination, he could have just drawn Tormod Script. This one is decent, so get rid of the Enchantress. We need another Nether Spirit. Dark Ritual is not great. So the question is, do I want to spend 1 Contamination to time walk for a turn? I think it's fine. Yeah, even this is decent. Like, if you imagine you pay 3 mana to almost time walk your opponent, or maybe better, Orum's Chant. So let it go. Edict is decent. I really draw something from my sideboard cards, like Gloom. But even Gloom would not be too good here, I guess. Because he has a lot of mana and a backup. Serra Sanctum in hand. Mirror's Guile is strong. Another Contamination, okay. Might have a sword. Would be fine. Let's play another Contamination. Okay, Gloom is fine. Not great, but at least he needs to pay 8 mana for casting and activating Seal. So I think I want the Negators in game 3 to have a quicker clock. And with the Soul Lens we can easily cast it turn 2. 5 mana seal. Or replenish. Opal Essence. Alright. Okay, another Dark Ritual is not great. So I need to cast Contamination here to not lose against the combo. The funny part is I could sacrifice Contamination for itself. I'm not sure. Do I want to bring in Persecute? Factory is decent. Maybe I need to sacrifice Gloom here. Yeah, having the factory 1 turn earlier would be very strong. So I could keep the Contamination around, attacking for 6. And Lightning Tutor is fine. I don't know what he will get. Parallax Wave. So it will cost him 10 mana to exile the first one. So I need to set a stop in his draw here. Maybe in the upkeep. To go like Diabolic Edict. This will hinder him from getting 2 mana. So Serra Sanctum number 1 and number 2. But the bigger problem is that the Parallax Tide is a 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he has exactly enough to go for the Gloom. Maybe 1 mana more, but he can't go for the Infinite Exile, I guess, because he needs 6 more mana then. So 13 mana to go for the combo. Otherwise, this will stay exiled until next turn. I still got it? Okay. This is over. So Negator. Not too sure about Persecute. Everything else seems decent, I guess. I think Engineered Plague is a stretch. We need to handle this on a different level. Yeah, submit it like this. Skeletal Scrying is possibly not great, but playing Persecute in a phase of Replenish is not something I wish to do. Okay, this is not much. Need to take a mulligan here. Double Dark Ritual is not better. I think I need to keep this and hope to draw something. Okay, we need to find Cabal Therapy. This is tough. Nether Spirit. Not impressive. Hope to find an edict effect. I need to Skeletal Scrying for 1 in the end step. Ritual is very, very bad. Yeah, this is a turn late. Good news is we can strip his hand almost completely. Sterling Groove, Enlightening Tutor. Okay, next one will go for the Sterling Groove. For the Enlightening Tutor. So we can't find Tormod's Crypt. I mean, maybe I'm fine with him. Getting Tormod's Crypt. It's a 2-for-1 then. Yeah, let's go for Sterling Groove. And then we have to hope a bit. So he can go Enlightening Tutor. Yeah, this was possibly stupid, because he can just go for the next Sterling Groove with Enlightening Tutor if he wants to, or even for the Tormod's Crypt. But he's taking a natural draw here, which is a surprise. Hope to find an Edict effect. Okay, Nether Spirit will return for once. Or not. Okay. I am confused. Maybe, yeah, the Crown Reclamation. Funny one. Okay, Gloom is really decent. He can search for something in response with Enlightening Tutor. I don't know. This was a good play, but he didn't know about the Crown Reclamation on top right. What did he get? Enchantress Presence? I'm confused. Maybe he forgot to set the stop. So we need an Edict effect now. This is the Edict effect. Crows and Reclamation still in graveyard, so good card to bring in against my Nether Spirits. Very sweet tech. I don't want to play Contamination now. Right. Okay, I need to block here. It's good to get rid of this anyway. We are super far behind. I mean, he is not having green mana for the Frozen Reclamation. So I still think we could have a shot here. Still a bit weak against cards like Tormod Script, but this is a combo. Yeah, he was waiting for us to having Contamination, and he wanted to save the Enlightening Tutor for Tormod Script. I understand that. So now we have something going. Tormod Script is still strong against us. So let's go for Tormod Script here. It's the only thing. Okay. So we might have this locked up. Not completely, right? Because he can just draw Tormod Script naturally. Getting rid of the... Okay, attacking? Because he's winning the damage race. I get this. So put this on bottom, if I remember correctly. Tainted Pact is really good. Attack here. So is it right to play it immediately? Feels like. I don't want Swamp. I don't want Nether Spirit. Do I want Gloom? It's a 3/3. No. City of Traitors. Okay, last card I exiled was another Swamp. Yeah, maybe we need to adjust the mana base a bit. Like with snow-covered swamps, at least, and some cycling lands. I was too greedy and should have taken the Gloom to have a blocker here. But it is what it is. We still got some decent top decks. This is a decent one. So at least I want to attack here. I could slam it to stop him from attacking. Yeah, slam it. And next turn I will stack it like sacrificing this Contamination to this one, reanimating the Nether Spirit. Alright, put this on bottom, this. So this can return. Yes. Here I want to, this is the one, so I want to sacrifice this. This is gone. I don't want to sacrifice. Factory is decent. Okay, no need for the Nether Spirit here. I mean, we still need a win option. This is fine. So Edict effect would be nice. Okay, this is not in my graveyard. Yeah, just sacrifice it. Okay, I think it's kind of right to activate this. Play this attack. So if he blocks, I will pump. Okay. It's sweet that I got 2 more ways to sacrifice something for contamination. And we have some fodder for Cabal Therapy. So put this on bottom. Return the Nether Spirit. Okay, we do it again. Like activate this. It's not great in the face of Zabos Web, but my opponent is at 10. Do I want to pump here? I don't think so. Drawing a second Nether Spirit would be decent. Okay, this is summoning sick. So I just take it, go to 5. I attack for 5, he goes to 3. Okay, this might be the place where I want to put this first, then I want to activate this, return it, sacrifice factory to add some more power. This is really, really good. So activate this. Attack here. Playing Innocent Blood and probably win. Yes. All right, everyone, we are on the play here. So let's see what we get. This is decent, but as we are not knowing what we play against, I can't start with turn 1 Cabal Therapy. I mean, we could to get some more information and to have it in the graveyard, but I don't think it's necessary yet. Okay, this is strong. So let's name something like the Reg. Oh, tough. Deadguy Ale. It's a very, very tough one. I need to get rid of Exalted Angel. I mean, we have the combo. Really hope to discard a Nether Spirit here and then slam Contamination. But he will have the combo of... Ah, this is tough. With the Gerard's Verdict. Maybe I needed to name Verdict here. I guess this would be more correct. And then hope for the combo next turn. Attacking first here is great for us. Okay, I need to go like this. Okay, he has a Dark Ritual in hand, which is not great here. Ships the turn back. Our plan with Contamination is not great against Deadguy Ale. Okay, here I want to flood it to... Okay, I think I casted it for 0. I don't know why. Yeah, this is over. Misclicking on the wrong point, not having the ability to play Smother or something like this. Gloom is probably not great. Edict is fine. Gloom might be necessary. I want to try one Persecute. Yeah, I misclicked there. I don't know at which point, but the Skeletal Scrying should have been for 1. Even if everything worked out. So the problem was I needed to discard my second Nether Spirit. So we would come into a point where it would not return. And my opponent had so many cards in hand that the door really closed there of shifting the game. I think I should have cut back on Breeding Pit, probably in favor of Persecute, but both are not looking too strong. This hand is missing some amount of mana. This is decent. It's weak against Gerard's Verdict, so I will probably name this with Cabal Therapy turn 1. I'm thinking about the possibility to add some fetch lands. To have better Skeletal Scryings. Right, this is not too bad. He will get rid of one discard spell here, one removal spell, and then we got a second one plus a factory. We're going for Swamp here. As this is summoning sick, we can't block and tap it, otherwise I would have done it. He will have a follow-up shade, but if he spends his turns on just attacking and pumping, I'm fine with that. Okay, Gloom is not great yet, but it has some potential. Still weak against Exalted Angel. So he's missing land drops here. Let me take a look with the Duress. Double arena, Vindicate. Let's get rid of one arena. And I think I'm passive here. Okay, finding the third mana source. One Vindicate left in hand and one arena. If he attacks here, I try to block. This is tough to beat. Okay, Contamination is not enough and not doing us any favor here. Because he's just having mono black there. I mean, I don't know. Contamination still seems decent, but yeah, arena is strong. Okay, no way to win here. I mean, we could wait one more turn and even block in some cases to see if we find a creature removal for the Nantuko Shade. Let's bluff a removal spell. Okay, seemed to work out. Or he has a hippie or another arena. Good game. All right, we are on the draw, on the play. So let's see what we get here. Not playable. This is fine-ish. I'm not completely sure what to ship. I think City of Traitors is the right thing to ship. Maybe Skeletal Scrying. If this would have been Ancient Tomb, I would have kept it, but okay, Tainted Pact. I will play this in the end step. Hopefully to get some discard. Cabal Therapy is fine. I will take this. Innocent Blood is pretty dead. I might just cast it to have another card in graveyard for Skeletal Scrying. Hope he's not having immediately white plus sword. Okay, here's the white mana. Another Contamination. So let's kick things off with the Innocent Blood. With the Cabal Therapy, sorry. Okay, Mana Leak. I still think it's probably better to not attack first. I mean, he should have played the sword, right? So let's attack first. Okay, having Dark Ritual would be great, so we could play Contamination. Therapy you, naming Mana Leak here. Counterspell. Mana Leak stands to Effect of Fiction. Okay, it's decent. Not a problem yet. Nice to see Landstill again. Yes. Okay, another Skeletal Scrying. I want to get the Contamination in play to have him play Mana Leak on it. Hindering him for one more turn to play Effect of Fiction is decent. Plus, if we draw something like Discard or Dark Ritual, we have more fodder in the graveyard for Skeletal Scrying. Kormus Bell is one of the worst draws we could have. Okay, I still want to try this. If it resolves and he's not having the answer immediately, that would have such a high impact. Even if it's not resolving like here, again, he's not having the Effect of Fiction. Soul End would be great. This is the second worst draw we could have. I think I do want to play the Scrying for 2. To get more mana and maybe discard spells. So now he could counter or even play Effect of Fiction in response. This is just a draw 2, so nothing too special. So we have a lot of dead cards against him. This is fine. He's searching for counterspell. He's getting the sword. Or the rest. I mean, Decree of Justice is strong, right? But I can block that for some turns. He's taking the 4 for sure. I try to trick him into getting the swords to plowshares. He's at 12. There could be, I mean, he has a decree now, but there would be the corner case that Kormus Bell could make a huge swing. Standstill, okay. Another factory would have been sweet. So I take here. If he decides to make 2 soldiers to block it, it's fine for me. Let's kick things off with a Duress. I think he cycling the decree maybe if he's not drawing the right thing. Okay, drawing the sword. Humility is too strong. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's a problem for me, right? Okay, discarding Standstill. So now I need to go Dark Ritual for 4, right? 3, 4, 5. Draw 4 new cards. So he will absolutely bring in some graveyard interaction. Yeah, it's decent, but we are not in a great position here. He has a disenchant we need to get rid of. And we have no combo piece in hand. I mean, we can still win somehow. Humidity is fine. I'm not scared by that. Another swamp from top is a bit too much. He's still got a disenchant in hand, right? So I can go like 5, 6, 7 mana. And Tainted Pact 5 mana. I could swing with everything. I mean, he can disenchant the Kormus Bell. Let's try the Tainted Pact here to get some inspiration. No, no, no. Nether Spirit is a yes. And then I play Cabal Therapy. Naming Disenchant. To have a safe hit here. Okay, Disenchant and just lands. Alright, how to continue? I mean, now the Breeding Pit is decent, because it's making a 1/1 token each turn. And it's even coming in the end step. He can block it for a while. Yeah, but now if we draw something like the Contamination, we win, I guess. Maybe not, because he can activate Factory and attack. Pitching immediately here is probably bad news. So something like Fact or Fiction. I think I can block here, because this will go for a while, as he's having a factory back. A Kormus Bell could work, but it's a bit scary. I think it's fine to flashback Cabal Therapy now. I kind of want to trick him into blocking and then casting Innocent Blood. Okay, a Decree. This is a huge one, so I feel kind of forced to play Kormus Bell next turn. Let's name Fact or Fiction, because it still has the highest impact here. Sword. This is strong. So play one Innocent Blood. Yeah, I think he should just tap everything and attack. Going for the block here. Standstill, okay. Yeah, it's a problem. Still got the sword in hand. I do want to pay for this. Yeah, we lost here. There is no way to recover from this point. He had the sword for the contamination and even could keep attacking, as we are at 7 life. Okay. Gloom is not great, but maybe necessary. I'm not sold on the Tainted Pacts, nor the Breeding Pits, or the Kormus Bell. Innocent Blood seems super weak. I do want some amount of Engineered Plagues here. And maybe cut one more Smother for one more Engineered Plague. We are a bit clogged in the 3 mana slot, but let's try it like this. Okay, not keepable. This is fine. I'm not sure if I want to... Yeah, I start with Dark Ritual into Negator. Hope he's not having immediately the swords. Otherwise, I could play Cabal Therapy first, but I want to be as aggressive as possible. And as we are on the mulligan here and spending 2 spells anyway, I think we need to hope and try the most aggressive route here. Okay, we're getting punished. Another Cabal Therapy. I still think it was the right play, because the chances are not too high. He's having the sword. He's not needing the sword early in this matchup and possibly wants to hide it. So let's name Standstill maybe. Yeah. Okay, Furnace. Yeah, we have no chance to win this, but let's see for a bit longer how this will evolve. I could have gone for activation, flashback, Cabal Therapy, but it feels kind of wrong. Okay, he's cycling here immediately, leaving us exactly 1 spot to get rid of the other furnace. Him having the sword is painful. And the factory and the seal. Let's concede. We can't recover from here. Yeah. We tried our best with Dark Ritual. Even if you see it like if we would lead on Cabal Therapy, it would not have been enough because he drew the second sword just in time. So let's see what the other games will bring. All right, everyone, another match. This seems decent, so I want to keep it. Yeah, the combination of Duress, Innocent Blood, and Cabal Therapy could be sweet, and we have the potential to set up a combo with Tainted Pact and Contamination. I found it really hard to find the right things with Tainted Pact due to the fact that we are playing 14 swamps and a lot of 4-offs, so it's a bit tough. But I'm a huge fan of the card anyway. This is a mulligan 4. This is painful. So it's a rock list. Let's go for the Wall of Blossom and see what he's drawn. Nantuko Vigilante. As he can't play it next turn, and I have the Innocent Blood, I feel fine going with the Mishra's Factory. If there would have been something like Pernicious Deed, I think it would be tempting to activate the factory and get rid of it. So Vigilante could mean Survivor Rock. I'm not completely sure here. So he's probably naming Contamination, because this is our 3rd match we are playing. He has a lot of different decks, which is pretty sweet. But the disadvantage is that you are giving away information like you're on Contamination. How strong is Tainted Pact now? So what can Tainted Pact find us? Skeletal Scrying would be fine. I think I just want to land the swamp here and ship the turn back. Because if I play the Ancient Tomb, I needed to decide to play Pact in the main phase if I want to attack with Factory. So, more Vigilante, probably going for the Innocent Blood. No, this don't make sense, right? Okay. So let's kick things off with this. Hope to find the Scrying. Breeding Pit, not now. And we drew another Breeding Pit? Okay. At least we have 2 dead draws, not on the top, which is decent. Play Innocent Blood here. I think now I want to go for the Tainted Pact. Trying to find Sylvan Scrying. Contamination, I don't know. Nether Spirit seems fine. So I can even play the Spirit next turn and then immediately sacrifice to Cabal Therapy to get something like, I don't know, Obstinate Barload. Okay. So here we are having kind of the combo. I can even bring in 2 damage here. So play this. So we could even play Cabal Therapy on ourselves. Discarding the Nether Spirit, which is decent, I guess. I hope he's not running anything like Withered Wretch in the main deck. Yeah, but really cool that he has a variety of decks. So now he's relying on mono black mana. He's not having anything like Birds of Paradise in the play. Withered Wretch would be scary, but this is always scary. Right, this was a really funny draw. With Masticore, cause he could cash this in. I hope to draw a discard spell. This is really good. We are still facing some Oh, double Recurring Nightmare. Sorry for that, mate. We are still facing some problems that we can't close the game in a timely manner. How to close the game with a deck? No need to play the city here. I mean, at some point he could have something like Smother. To stop our chain, and I think he's better at rebuilding like us. So Sacrifices. Okay, this is kind of funny. I think I want to play it. Just to play it for once. So I don't understand this completely. This is tapping just for one black? Okay, wait. Instead of any other type and amount. Okay, I understand. I thought it would make 2 black. At least our win option is here. And we got some security for sacrificing something into Contamination. If he's better at drawing swamps, we might have a problem. Ah, this is a great swamp. I see the castle in the background for the first time ever. By Pete Venters. Attacking with the swamp is interesting. It's a 1-1, so not too bad. Man, it's cool to see the Kormus Bell in action. Making them 2-2 would be very, very strong, I guess. Maybe too strong. I'm really wondering if this was ever something like a win option. Okay, Dark Ritual is pretty dead at this point. I'm not even sure. I think like Ancient Tomb is making 2 damage and you just get 1 black mana, right? Yeah, Dark Ritual is possible a card I can cut. Because the matchups tend to be so value-based. Another 1-1 is fine. For 0 mana, like Black Lanova Elves. Sadistic Hypnotist. Yeah. I mean, it's a blocker. So I'm thinking about, is this a point where I want to have the Nether Spirit around for a moment? I could attack for 3, bringing him to 2. I feel like I need to sacrifice the swamp here. So the question is, do I want to attack for 2? Let's get some more information with the Duress first. Survival, Tempting Worm. So I attack, he blocks 1. I still have enough mana with the Dark Rituals. I think it was really stupid to sacrifice a swamp. Because next upkeep I have to sacrifice again. If I want to attack with another spirit. Leaving me in a bad position. But as I have 2 Dark Ritual, it feels kind of necessary to do it. Okay, Skeletal Scrying is great. I attack first. He was another spirit. I think we don't see a block here. Okay, now I'm asking myself, is it too aggressive to... I can draw 5 cards, taking 7 damage. Seems very aggressive, to be honest. Like, maybe I just take 4 cards. Because the 5th card was cost 3 extra damage. More swamps would be fine. Even Nether Spirit is decent. And Breeding Pit can help us. So at next turn, I might sacrifice Contamination. We attack with everything. He blocks here, having 1 mana. Seems bad. Get rid of a swamp here. Attack just with another spirit is enough, I guess. Otherwise he can block just here. So now I think it's not necessary to drop the second Tainted Nether Spirit, and I can't even tap it for mana, I see. Okay, we are close to winning. Not completely here yet. City of Traitors generating black mana. So I can wait with a Tainted Pact here. So we really managed to win with Kormus Bell. So what do we need? I think some things like this. Persecute is probably not too great. I'm not a fan of Tainted Pact here. Breeding Pit is not too strong, I guess. The Negator could shine. I think it's fine like this. Contamination seems really strong. We need to answer Tempting Worms. And I think... I'm not sure. Survival is a problem, so is Tempting Worm. This is not great on its own. I try to keep it, because it's value-based and he needs to handle the contamination. Going for Factory here seems fine. I feel a bit punished if I draw Negator. So Survival is really a problem we have no solution for. Like, we have no graveyard interaction, we have no parish, we have no dystopia. We need to get it with a discard spell, or we need to be faster, which is a problem. At some point he will stock up with Wall of Roots and Birds of Paradise, and then he can cast everything, even under Contamination. So here you can just go for Innocent Blood to force me to spend 2 mana to get rid of it. Okay, he had a bird here, which is a bit painful for me, but I still think I need to go for that. So even catching the bird here would be fine. And we attack. Looks pretty bad for us. Because he can even just go for Withered Wretched, which is a huge, huge problem. So he seems to be stuck on 1 green mana, but I think now we see the Withered Wretched. Okay, Duress is not great, but I want to see what his last card is. A bird. So activates this. Play the Factory as a backup. Attack for 3. He will possibly exchange the bird into something better. I missed 1 damage here because I was a bit too fast. This matchup seems tough. Even at the point where you have Contamination, your opponent can just tutor for Masticore, play it, and win from there. Because we just have the Diabolic Edict as an out. Not even too sure about the Phyrexian Negator. But let's see. Okay, he's going for that to play around Skeletal Scrying, which is a great play. And here's setting up some more mana. Okay, do I want to exchange the Withered Wretched against the Factory? I don't think so. So just activate one. So he's forced to do double block. I hope the 1 point of life we missed earlier is not costing up the game. Any creature will make an explosive turn on his side. He can just go for Tempting Worm, for example. And maybe this would have been the route I preferred with the deck. Like, you have the out to Contamination anyway. Why not go for a Tempting Worm to have the blocker for the factories? Okay, here's a Nether Spirit. He drew land. So activate both of these. I can do this. No, let's attack first. Let's don't give away information. Okay, it feels close. He's flooding out really badly. And the first creature he draws will possibly shift the game completely. Another land. So if I attack with everything, and I think I will do this. Engineered Plague. Okay, did I win? Like, this is a spirit. Let's play this on horror. Getting back the Edict. The Innocent Blood. I thought it was the Edict. Let's see if he blocks. He should not block, I guess. I somehow thought this was a Diabolic Edict under the Mesmeric Fiend, but I don't think it wouldn't change my play too much. Okay, if he's doing it like this is perfect for us. Because now I can just play Innocent Blood, sacrificing the Nether Spirit, and he can't get rid of it. I mean, he could draw another creature, turn it into a second Withered Wretch and get rid of it, but here's its 3 life. Don't forget, if he draws another Mesmeric Fiend, he will get the card forever. Not playing this is... I'm wondering a bit, but I think he wants to ensure to turn it into Withered Wretched, but then he's forced to block, so he needs a squee before. The cool thing is that we got the Cabal Therapy, so we can make him discard whatever he searches for. I think he should go for Tempting Worm. Maybe, I don't know. Hermit. This is great. I do need another Engineered Plague, right? This is dangerous. Like, we can block for some amount of time, but this really shifted the game. I mean, if he attacks with everything, we can just... And he needs to spend the whole turn keeping that alive. He runs away with a survival of the fittest. Engineered Plague is possibly the best draw we can have. Okay, Smother. I attack with the Spirit, right? To get a small Squirrel token army down. Bit too much land for my taste. So I think he should have another survival in hand. I will cast Cabal Therapy here. Naming Neutralize. Forest. So if I activate this, he blocks with 2. He could block with 3. Not feeling too great, right? Oh, this is scary. Like second Hermit, Withered Wretch, something like this. Tempting Worm. We can't get rid of the Squee. This is a nightmare horror. I think I will respond by going for my Spectre here, so he needs to exile a creature on his side. It's not a May. So if he goes for the deranged Hermit, okay, going for a token. I think he should have gone for the Hermit maybe. So I can't attack here. Like we have 0 outs, I guess, due to the fact that he's returning Scree every turn. But we are not dead here, so... And Contamination can be a lock. He should go for any creature, giving him green mana, I guess. Tempting Worm, yeah. It's fine, because we can block. And I hope he's not having another Withered Wretched. We could even do triple block on the Tempting Worm. We need Contamination now. Dark Ritual is not helping us here. Let me take a look at my deck list if we can still find any out. I'm not sure. Like, how can we bring in 3 damage? Here's a Genesis, and this is enough for me to keep. I don't want to put a strain on the timer on his side. Alright, so game 3. Still feels fine like this. I don't know if there was one spot where we could be more aggressive. Or if we need something like Persecute rather than Skeletal Scrying, I'm not sure. So let's try our best to finish the game in time. Not with 0 mana. Maybe with this. I think I want to ship Contamination for now. Because I'm missing the combo parts and I want to protect it from this card. Hope to get... Okay. I wanted to get both survivals. This would have been perfect, like seeing 2 survivals. And another card I can discard, but we will be fine here. This is fine. I'm thinking about the possibility to going for the bird mana, but it's not feeling great. Let me do it. Like, birds are the way how they manage to win against Contamination online. Or Withered Wretched. Okay, Cabal Therapy. Let's kick things off here. It has to be a expensive card. Maybe Musty Core, but Musty Core is more one-off. Let's try Deranged Hermit. Okay, we need to get rid of the Withered Wretched immediately. So I need to activate this even if it sounds sad. But otherwise... yeah, maybe we needed to go for Withered Wretched there. It is what it is. Okay, another bird in hand is a dead card, so here's a 2/2 creature. And if we draw a third mana source again, we get out to this. Wall of Roots is decent. It can help. This was possibly a misplay, playing this into side of that. Scrying for 1 is necessary here. Hope to draw black mana source. Okay, Engineered Plague is not the worst, but not great. Okay, let's go for Cabal Therapy, naming me. Nether Spirit. We need to get it into play. We expose our hand to our opponent, so if he draws Cabal Therapy, but it's not a huge problem here. Now we get rid of one wall, which is not great, but the Innocent But will never be better. Because we have no Perish or something like this. This is a really, really good draw. We can't handle. What can we do? We can play another Innocent Blood to get rid of Wall of Blossoms. But I prefer to block here. This is problematic. Like, we don't get it with the Edict effect. We don't get it with Smother. This is why the card is so great. He can even add more zombies to the board. Okay, I will absolutely take the block here, assuming he has Withered Wretched, but we lose against this anyway, because it's another zombie. Okay, Swamp. So I think here it's right to put this on zombie. So we have the ability to block it and a very, very small chance that he will die due to the triggers, but the chance is like close to 0. I like how grindy the deck is, the mono black. But sometimes I'm really missing the opportunity to close out games. Because even if my opponent has some amount of walls, we can never close the game. Innocent Blood is not great. Yeah, sooner or later he will just draw a Survivor of the Fittest. The walls are a big problem for the deck. Because they can block your threat. And they can even make mana. So this is one of the cards you don't want to see. I mean, sometimes magic things happen. So there's a very, very small probability that we can manage to win the game. And I want to continue. Yeah, this is worthless anyway. This is a bad part if you play Engineered Plague naming horror. Like the second trigger will resolve first if they want to, and they will get rid of the card forever. Another Skeletal Scrying could be our way to shift the game a bit. Negator is not great, but so it's a bit dangerous against a card like Masticore. Okay, next time I will name Nightmare with this, because this is Phyrexian Horror and this is Nightmare Horror. Another plague. Let's name Elf here. I don't know what he's drawing here, but it should be almost lands, birds, something like this. All right. I'm not sure if you don't want to wait on. I mean, contamination is not great with birds and 3 wall of roots, 2 wall of roots, 3. Still waiting on Skeletal Scrying, so this game is not over. And as you can see, he's not attacking, so there's a very, very small chance we can get this. Yeah, go for it. Second Hermit. Oh, this is probably too much, but it will be over pretty quick. Still can draw another Plague. Going for the Wizard Wretched here. We can take a look at one more draw, and then we are done. And my opponent played really, really well. So absolutely no window to steal the game here in any case. So take it. Here's the plague. And I mean, he got rid of the elf. So I could name Squirrel here. Yeah, let's just do it, because it's funny. Squirrel. Then I can attack with the Negator, right? Always play to your outs. Okay, he's losing 2 life here. So you see, it's pretty close. We are not dying here, and at some point, yeah, Negator is possibly not the right card to bring in. He's going for Nantuko Vigilante, naming Squirrel, but I don't know, it's over for now. Attacking for... Okay, he names Zombie and goes for lethal. I mean, he can't, right? Because we can block for once. Time is an issue. I will take a look at one more card. He goes to 5 due to the Muse. And then I will concede to not win like this. Dark Ritual, okay. Right, everyone. Being on the draw here against something which could be Psychatog. Or combo deck. And him going for Cabal Therapy possibly means it's Psychatog. But let's see more. Yeah, this is Psychatog. In very, very rare cases, it could be something like Blue-Black Dreadnought or Dump Truck, but from a play pattern this far, I try to go for the Nether Spirit here. It's pretty annoying for my opponent. The only out for this is having a removal at the right spot or Wander. I played a lot of Psychatog the last months. So if this resolve, I absolutely name Psychatog. Okay, so I assume here's Psychatog and maybe Circular Logic, which we got covered with both of these removal spells. City of Traitors. I see a small argument for playing Breeding Pit here. Will bind some amount of mana on my side, but I want to, yeah, get counter spells out of hand. Not too sure what to think about the Psychatog matchup. Could be really tough. Like, we need the quick combo. Okay, another Ancient Tomb. I don't want to play the second Nether Spirit, because if he counters it and This is fine. So at some point we could have advantage from Kormus Bell if we can resolve it. He's on 3 cards in hand, but can easily rebuild with something like Gush. I'm thinking about something like Black Vice to kill even if you have the lock, and it's especially good in some matchups. There's the small chance he's running Dreadnoughts, but I think the Cephalic Coliseum is giving it away. Okay, let's attack first, I guess. So he didn't play the Psychatog, because he is not having the out. But I guess he has a Psychatog. I mean, I could even go with the first one on Fact or Fiction. Okay, let's flash it back. I think naming Fact or Fiction is possibly the right thing to do. Smother and Circular Logic, okay. So I don't want to play my second Nether Spirit. Otherwise he plays Smother and then they will never return. They just return if it's the only creature card in your graveyard. So be careful with that, because it's your win option. I mean, Circular Logic will be live for a long time. Duress is kind of okay. Drawing and then discarding Circular Logic. So it's netting him 1 card. So him discarding Accumulated Knowledge is not a good sign for us. So here's possibly another one. Okay, time for the ugly lock. So no interest in shuffling here. And now a Gush. Okay, targeting me, which is a great play, and I don't see it often. Like 99% of all portents go on the player itself, but I think it's so necessary to do it on your opponent more often. Like in the best case, he can time walk me twice here, almost time walk me. Okay, he did a shuffle. So what was he scared of? Another Nether Spirit is really bad. So he still got a Smother in hand. If we try to cast Nether Spirit, and he's having like Counterspell plus Smother, it won't return. So I wait for something like Skeletal Scrying here, which was maybe a card he got rid of. This is fine. Maybe now it's a time to play the City of Traitors to make this a bit more painless. Okay. This is not something I needed to have around, but not every Psychatog list is running Wonder. I think every Psychatog list should run Wonder, but so pay the mana. It's not like in the humidity situation. So this is just for blocking, and I don't know. If my opponent really plays no Wonder. Okay. So let's kick things off with Smother number 1. Duress is decent. Really want to play it here to get something like Gush. Double foil, mana leak. Okay, I see what he's planning here, and it might work. So I'm a bit scared. So double foil mana leak means I will absolutely go for another Nether Spirit here. He needs to decide if he wants to foil it. If so, he needs a removal spell for the other one. And I can play Innocent Blood to get rid of his Psychatog. He should not counter that. Because he's relying on drawing a Smother then. So as long as he's not having the Wonder, we have a lot of blockers. I might let it go to play third Nether Spirit next turn. Okay, not going for the Psychatog, or maybe in the second main. Okay. So what to do here? I want to pay for once. Another city is pretty dead. Attack for 4. So if we play this Nether Spirit now, there is a possibility of him going foil plus removal spell, and then We are back on one Nether Spirit, but then the Innocent Blood is live again. So I think I want to do it. And I think I want to play the city here. To pay double mana leak painless. Possibly not necessary. So if he has full and removal spell. Okay. If he's not having the removal spell immediately, he's still faced to battle 2 Nether Spirits and next turn 3. Okay, yeah. This was the way to win. Like, Engineered Plague is not the thing we want to do. Persecute seems tempting. Tainted Pact, I don't know. Reading Pit was not great. I don't want to play the Kormus Bell. I think we can cut the Tainted Pact, because they are missing sometimes. And we are good to go here. The Negator is not too good. But the factories can do a lot of work. Yeah. Persecute is almost always a must counter card, even in the late game with Psychatog. And there's a possibility that you can resolve it turn 2 with the help of... Okay, we are missing a second black mana source, but I think it's decent enough to keep it. Due to the fact we got the factory. The Soulland situation is a bit awkward for now. Even more awkward if we are dropping our 4 mana cards. Phyrexian Furnace would be a sweet addition to the deck, I guess. So he did shuffle. I think I want to get rid of 1 Engineered Plague, because if they are gone, they are gone. And if he has 2 Engineered Plagues, my whole plan is not working out. So we got a swamp here, but I want to go for the factory, giving away some information that he could name Assembly Worker. So if he goes for the Psychatog unprotected, I will just follow up with Diabolic Edict in the end step. I'm not in the fear of any days. So the good thing is you just have to handle 4 Psychatogs. Yeah, he should name Spirit, which he's doing. Okay, I don't have... I really want to get rid of 1 Psychatog here. This is just the game. Fight the Psychatogs and they are running out of gas. Like, do it, but if you draw something like a second Psychatog, it's super awkward. I might even be willing to throw my factory in. So he can't daze here, which means for me, I am safe. Hope he drew a second Psychatog. But he can't. He has 2 islands in hand, 1 Psychatog, 1 wild card. So Island, Swamp, Polluted Delta. And now we are starting to playing 1/1 Nether Spirits. His mana situation got worse. We still got 2 Mishra's factories in graveyard. Okay, this is fine. Not too scary. I mean, they are 2/2s, but we got factories. It's a good win option, to be honest, in this spot. But he was not going for it. Okay, maybe if we land this, we win. Play this. It will be tough to beat the zombie infestation, for sure, but we will cut down all of his blue mana. So we need something like Negator or Factories. Zombie Infestation was a good draw. Because we are going for the long run here and they are 1/1. So this is a problem. Play this. Do I want to play this? I mean, he can't counter it. He could have a creature removal. But as we are in a bad situation anyway, I don't know. I'm waiting for Skeletal Scrying first. Knowing this, we might need Engineered Plague. Here's a Scrying, which is really, really strong. So, should I scry for 3 or should I keep it for a bit longer? I think due to the fact that if this gets a removal, we still can eat 2 creatures. It's fine to do it like this. This is no problem. Please attack. Okay, put this first. Return the Nether Spirit. Sacrifice this. Persecute. Not the right thing you want to do here. We keep attacking. At some point we need to find something. Okay, he's not having the removal here, so I'm tempted to go for playing this for 3. We are in a bit of awkward situation, but we have more Skeletal Scrying available. Okay. So this first, return it. At some point I just want to sacrifice my Contamination, probably. I can't attack here. And he's just continuing. Okay, not making. Let's try the Edict. We are in a bad spot, but He needs to kill us, and we got Negator, something like this. So do I need to Persecute here? I think it could have an upside. He discards for sure, but they are not getting better. I still can cast my Smother and Innocent Blood. And he still can Gush. This is funny. Okay, if this resolves, I go for black, but he has a Smother here, which is... Okay, he has Gush. Discarding everything to... Okay. Yeah, Gush still working. So he has a lot of power then. So next turn, I think I want to get rid of my Contamination. So put this on top, return it, click no. Follow-up Contamination is decent. Do I need to play it? Let's do it. I mean, I could wait for it. I can just play Innocent Blood here. And I think timing will be an issue for my opponent. Persecute feels like a stretch. I probably want some zombie infestation to add some what's the name? Engineered Plague to keep up. So I do want to have the Persecute in graveyard, right? Negator would still be a great draw. Because against the zombies we can just block and then... So I want to return this, but I don't want to pay for that. Even if it's freeing up his mana. I think it's better if I block with one Nether Spirit here. Okay, he attacks here. I go to blockers for sure. So zombie infestation could work for us, right? If we play two off like this. Then we got a finisher under the lock. So attack here for one. If he makes a zombie, I will smother it. It's funny how good the Engineered Plague is in combination with the Zombie Infestation. Otherwise, it would look very, very different here. Factories is great. So again, attack here. Hope he has something like Smother on that. No. So if he is making a zombie, I guess I want to Smother in response. Because we are a bit on the passive side here. Okay, factory, go. Maybe I should have kept some Persecutes around for this kind of situation. I was probably too aggressive there with the Persecutes. Innocent Blood is decent. A bit scary that he can just get rid of the other one, and then we are a bit in trouble until we draw Skeletal Scrying. So I don't want to attack here. The factory is on blocking duty. Okay, after this resolves, I think it's fine to get rid of it. Flying is a bit scary. You don't want to continue. Okay, Gush. So the wonder is here. We can't do anything about the flying. And we are in a pretty bad shape now. What could help us? I think nothing really. So I try. Yeah, let's see how he kills me. Maybe you get a bit more information. At least we got the information he's running Wonder, which will change our approach a bit. Okay, but does it still resolve? Or is it a double check? Okay, it's a double check. Activate this. Okay, we can concede here. So what do we want? Do we need Engineered Plagues? And what to cut? Persecute. Seems weak. So we got a lot of problematic enchantments. Contamination looking very weak. Maybe one Kormus Bell for one Contamination. Trying to get in a big hit. So, game 3. No black mana, otherwise this would be sweet. 2 less big mana. I try to keep this. I will, should not do this. I will ship a Contamination. And I will try to start here with Cabal Therapy on Nether Spirit. So next turn we can play double Cabal Therapy on my opponent. It's the best we can do. It's a bit all in. But we need to get rid of zombie infestation. This is the biggest issue. And Engineer Plague probably. Let's take a look at the ugly log. Okay, no shuffle, so a bit scary. We need mana. Innocent Blood is not the worst. So let's kick things off with the first Cabal Therapy, and then we decide. Zombie infestation for sure. Double counterspell, impulse, fact or fiction, gush. Okay, let's go for the counterspell here. Feels okay. Counterspell is not scary in this case, but it will be later when he's protecting. Okay, he will search for zombie infestation for sure. This is not bad. Like I can go. I think I will flashback here. Naming fact or fiction. Counterspell, impulse, gush, fact or fiction. And then I want to play Engineered Plague. This is fine. I would have named Zombie. He still needs to finish in time, right? And we got 4 Engineered Plagues. Yeah, Engineered Plagues seems decent, I guess. Okay, no shuffle. It's a bit scary. But maybe he just wanted the top card and then from there he wants to continue with a fetch. Factory is sweet. It's a blocker as long as he's not having something like Wonder. And we will attack with a factory for sure. Okay, not playing the impulse. But fetching. Not really sure what's happening here. Maybe he clicked too fast, but I don't know. Due to the shuffle, he was drawing a random card. So it could not be that he wanted to draw this. Swamp is okay. Attack for 4. Having this is giving me a good feeling. Okay, zombie infestation is strong. This is good. Like, do I want to attack? I guess I want. Activate this. Play that. So if he wants to do double block here, I still can go and play Edict in response. Okay, 2 islands in hand. He can make 3 blockers. This is fine. Okay. Pumping. All right. So it felt not too wrong to play like this. Maybe I need to activate it like that. So I can play Dark Ritual in response. If he's going for the double block. Okay. 7 life is not much. But this is painful, like. I could even go for just playing Edict in response, but I think the upside of having Edict for something like a Psychatog is way higher. Engineer Plague, okay. Okay, now we got close to lethal. If he wants to generate a zombie, he needs to discard both cards so we can be free with our Edict. So having lethal next turn. Yeah, what a match. Alright everyone, we are on the play here with a super good hand. Like this is a turn 2 combo and I try it. So it's a bit vulnerable against removal spells, but if it sticks, like the turn 2 combo. And he might not be aware of us having it available on turn 2. Right, let's attack here. Gets the City of Traitors down and starts a combo turn 2. Having the Mishra's Factory is great as a backup. Yeah, it might just be enough here. So next turn I will play the Factory. And as this is making black mana here, I will get the second Nether Spirit down. So black mana, it just makes one black, in case you wonder. Another black. Sacrifice this. Backup Nether Spirit. And this should be done, right? Next turn we start attacking for 4. Yes. Good old turn 2 win with a mono black deck. So blue-green could mean something like survival madness, something like this. I try to cut some of the 4-drops here. Bring in some more creature removal. And a 1 of Engineered Plague. And this should be fine. Yeah, this was sweet to see the turn 2 win. And this is exactly why the Solents are such a great addition in the deck. This is really decent. Like, we got a Mishra's Factory, we got the creatures covered, we got a answer for the survival if you just have one in hand. Quiet Speculation. Swords to Plowshares. I will take the Quiet Speculation here. Leading on a forest is odd. So no Meddling Mage turn 2. Factory is sweet in the spot. So here we could pretty easily get the Meddling Mage with Innocent Blood. If he's not naming this. Smother, okay. So I got another factory. So now it's difficult to activate the right one. I think there is a method like if I drop this and then middle click, does it work? No. Right click. Okay, the front one is the newly controlled, so you can do a right click there. But it is what you would think from a UI perspective. So do I want to run a factory into sort? I guess I want to do this. Okay, again, the top one is the newly controlled. It's fine for me to trade one against a sword. This sword is possibly too early. Double sword, okay. Because I can pump here. So like this. And like that. Okay, double sword is a bit painful, but I need to get rid of it anyway. Furnace is tough. City of Traitors is a pretty dead draw. But we are still having the aggression here. Yeah, this will be tough to beat. Do we have... Yeah, we got 2 breeding pit left. This could be decent. Bit too much land for my taste, but it is what it is. And this is our last Mishra's factory. So him having double sword there plus naturalized maybe. That's bad news for us. The mongrel is fine. I think I want to use my mana here. Get rid of this. Okay, Contamination. I might play this to buy a turn, but I think it's better later. Together with the Nether Shadow. Roar of the Worm. 6 mana, what you are doing. Seven mana, Roar of the Worm, front side. Okay, it's something. This is too much land. Get rid of that. Okay, good game. Alright everyone, we are back after 6 amazing rounds with the deck. We managed to get a 3-3, which is pretty decent in the phase when you are brewing, so I'm pretty happy with it. And it was a fun league in any case. So yeah, so what changes would I make? I was not too impressed by the Tainted Pacts, and I think the adjustments you have to make this possible are too much to handle. So I think I would cut back on the Tainted Pact almost completely. And I really want at least 2 Phyrexian Furnace in the main deck. I know it's pretty close to the stock list then, but it's just so strong against so many decks, like from Psychatog to any build like White Speculation or any survivalist, or in ways where we want to exile our Nether Spirits and we do not draw the Skeletal Scrying. And even if the Kormus Bell was fine, I think due to the high amount of 9 non-swamps and the fact that if you play it, that you can't tap your new swamps immediately for mana, I would, with a heavy heart, cut it. And I would like to try out something like Snake Basket. It's a bit slowish because you need to spend 4 mana first. And then as a sorcerer, you can pay X mana to draw cards to generate X green snake tokens. But as you saw with our soul lands and this amount of mana, we often had a lot of mana to work with. So I would try to go with 2 here. They are even a win option on their own, but yeah, I really want to try it out. In the sideboard, I was not too impressed by the Persecution, so I would cut 2 at least for bringing in 2 more Furnace, because they are so strong. And the last change I would probably make is to cut another Persecution for a 3rd Phyrexian Negator. And then, yeah, pretty decent list. I'm even thinking about adding a 4th Mishra's Factory in favor of another swamp or maybe City of Traitors, because I'm not liking the fact of sacrificing them. And yeah, if I would play the deck again, this would be my next approach, but it was a great performance. Sweet to see cards like Breeding Pool and the Kormus Bell. So thank you again, Celestial Heathen, for making a donation. And for every one of you to watching our videos, to support us, to write comments, to subscribe and leaving likes. Thank you very much for that. See you in the next one.